Hi, I'm Dr. Joe Blaes, editor of Dental Economics, and I'm here at the Chicago Midwinter meeting this year looking for new and different types of products that'll help you in your practice, make things faster, better, and easier. And I've got one here for you today. I'm at the Bien-Air booth. Bien-Air makes handpieces, makes the things we use to cut teeth, and they've got my favorite handpiece, and this is the MX series handpiece, and I've used this handpiece for years, and it is just great. Now, it is great for a man because I've got bigger hands than women dentists, and this balances very nicely in my hand, and I'm able to work all day with this particular handpiece without any hand fatigue. However, my hand's big, so what's happened now in Bien-Air is constantly listening to dentists and trying to change their products to make them more accessible for all dentists. So what they've done, this is the MX motor, this is their new MX2 motor, and that motor is that much shorter. So that means, and it's also lighter than this particular motor. So that means that a woman dentist is going to be able to get a hold of this handpiece, feel less weight, and be able to use the handpiece. Now you're thinking, well, wait a minute, you're going to put that same old handpiece on there. No, we're not going to do that. Look at this. This is their new shorter Micro Series handpiece. Let me set these motors down so you can see that. But this handpiece actually is shorter. And so with the short handpiece and the shorter motor, it makes for a much lighter and easier to balance situation. So now look at the balance. Even in my big hand, it gets lost. and it's very easy to balance. So for the female dentist who has a much smaller hand, she's going to be able to use this handpiece and use it well. This, by the way, is the only handpiece, the only electric handpiece that has an anti-heat push-button cap. This cap will not get hot during your procedures. Now, that doesn't mean that I want to see you in the mouth retracting tissue with this handpiece. You shouldn't do that with any handpiece. But this particular handpiece has an anti-heat cap, push-button cap on the back of it. This new micro handpiece also has the lighting system on it is an LED light, so you're going to get a wider, brighter light, and it's never going to wear out. You're never going to replace this bulb because it isn't a bulb anymore. It's an LED. Okay. Now, with one of the things that I love about the Bien-Air handpieces is, and the electric handpieces in general, but particularly with Bien-Air, you can do everything that you want to do in dentistry with two handpieces. You use the red banded handpiece for high speed, you use the blue handpiece for slow speed, and you can set these speeds on the slow speed anywhere from 100 RPM up to 50,000 RPM, and on the high speed handpiece, you can go from 500 RPM all the way up to 200,000. That's where mine runs when I'm cutting when I'm cutting crowns. I'm running at 200,000, and it is fast and it is easy. And this handpiece has enough torque that you will never stall it. I mean, you just will never stall it. When you come over to this booth to try this handpiece, what I want you to do is sink that burr about 1/4 of an inch, not 1/4 of a millimeter, 1/4 of an inch into a block, and then push on it as hard as you can and try and stall it, and you will not stall this handpiece. These are just great handpiece. For more information, go to Bien-Air.com.